hey, Mark, have you tried this? Because I know things that he will like. I know what he will like, you know.
Yeah,
and I just go, hey, Mark, just try this.
Knowing full well.
And he has a little plate, and then he just looks up at me and goes, oh.
Yeah.
And then that's pretty much it. So
it's the uh-oh. My good friend Robert from down at Big's Music has been excited about this guitar that he wants me to try. And it's a Martin acoustic guitar. I'm not a massive fan normally of Martin guitars, but he's like, dude, you've got to try this guitar. So we're just heading on down to the shop, so it should be kind of fun morning. Okay, so here we are with the Martin SC13-E. Did I get that right?
You did.
I nailed it. So first impressions, this is Rob, my good friend Robert Sissons. He's sorts me out for all my stuff here at Big's Music and just in general, bro. So already, that's pretty crazy.
I told you, if you came in here to film this video, you'd be walking away with a new guitar.
I can't. We'll just talk price after this. Yeah. Incredible build quality that it doesn't feel like a guitar, to be honest. It feels like the edges have been rounded really beautifully, like these bits here. Beautiful wood grain on there. I don't know if you can see that in the light. The colour, it's all good.
If anyone cares.
The other thing is the shape. I actually really like it. It's a small guitar, so I'm preferring small guitars these days as well. I've got the big fat lady Cole Clark, which I adore as well. But then my wife, who's on the camera right now, has a Angel, because that's befitting of an angel, and I love the size of that, and that's kind of the same feel as this, but this feels even smaller. And the other thing is the weight.
Yes.
It's very, very light.
It's very light.
And it feels balanced. Like with the smaller guitars, often you get a lot of, that they tend to be heavier here and they sort of fall one way because there's less weight here, but that's definitely not the issue here at all.
You're not a huge Martin fan,
no.
Usually. This is a really big departure for them. Known as a very traditional company that don't stray from, the ways that, this is how you build a guitar.
Yeah.
It's a huge departure because, again, look at the access you have up here and look at the way that feels. Tell me something, actually.
Yeah.
When you hold that neck, when you go from here all the way down to here, what do you notice about when you run your hand as a guitar?
Oh yeah, so it's tapered.
Yes.
It's tapered. It starts off like normal size down here and it actually gets thinner here, which is what I like about some of the Strat, at least the Squire necks, and they go thinner as well, so you can play lead better. So I played one chord I couldn't help myself, and I just almost got distracted as soon as I played that chord.
What's cool is I would say, for me personally, if I was to sell this to somebody, it would be somebody like you.
Yeah.
So somebody who's a really good electric player, but who wants that acoustic kind of thing, but have the playability of an electric.
It's dangerous.
It's why I said it's a dangerous guitar for you.
So I'm going to be whittling and playing solos all day instead of wanting to try and play chords. I'm like, I just play lead all day?
Well, it wants you to do everything, which is kind of cool.
Okay.
Another really sort of cool, nifty thing is, and I don't know why anyone's never thought of it, but maybe they have, but it's the first time I've ever seen it. Check inside the sound hole.
I can already see that. What is this? Looks like a camera. Oh, it's a tuner.
Doesn't that make sense?
That is cool. Oh, let's tune. That's the coolest spot, because it's the same size as those little ones that you put on the end of the guitar, but they're so ugly.
Yeah. And that's where you look, right? So you're not doing this.
You're dead right. Actually, I've never thought about that.
That's the other thing with Martin, right? Usually you don't get a tuner.
Wow.
Because they don't want to cut into the wood, right? Because that's, you don't do that.
So that's revolution. Now that's going to be hard to do.
I think so.
Surely.
When I first saw that, I go, why hasn't everybody done that?
And they've even thought about where my head is in relation to having, I don't have to go like that.
Specifically
like
your
that.
head.
My head.
Specifically your
They
head.
measured my head distance and go, well, Mark the guitar guy has his head about here. We'll aim it his head.
Yes.
So should we play something?
Yeah, do
Get
it.
on with it. So I always go to my go-to chords, G. So I'm just going to play for a bit. I'm already happy with that. I'm happy with that straight away. That's amazing. So it's got the brightness and fullness and like what I call a mid-range sound that a Martin would have, which I've always enjoyed, but it feels better already. It just feels better than a Martin ever feels when I normally play one. Sorry, Martin. But
they've done it now. They've done it now.
But well done. Because those guitars everyone loves, but I'm just like, I'd rather play a Cole Clark. But also there's a woodiness that I enjoy from why I love Cole Clarks and Matins, because they tend to get that woody sound. And so this is it's got a bigger sound than the Cole Clark without being plugged in, because we haven't heard plugged in yet, which is another
plugged
thing.
in is the pickup in this is phenomenal.
Which I've heard is phenomenal, yeah. So, well, we don't get into electric stuff yet, but let's just play a little bit more anyway. That's kind of interesting. It's almost like bolted on. And
this is a really, really interesting thing they've done.
like an electric guitar would be. And instead of just gluing it and sticking together, they've kind of done both.
So how you feel about the setup now? So if you pick that up and it feels pretty good to you.
Yeah.
If you wanted to say, I want to actually adjust the intonation just that little bit to get it perfect.
Yeah.
You can actually physically move the neck.
What?
So the neck will move.
So not just like a normal truss.
So it's not like you're stuck with it. You know, when an acoustic guitar, it's like that's the build. You know, that's as good as it kind of
and
gets.
that's what these adjustments things are for.
So you undo these bolts and the neck pulls off completely.
Wow.
And then actually inside, if you flip it over and you look inside towards the neck there, you see that little black thing there?
Yeah.
So that's actually a shim. You can insert different types of shim to adjust the tilt
What?
on the neck. So this is basically, and it's what I said before about, you know, for an electric guitar player, this is a dream acoustic, because you can set this up.
You
can have this action's high from the factory.
Yeah, no, it's not super low.
You know, so you can go lower than that. You can adjust the tilt, and you can adjust the intonation as well.
Wow.
Which is, you know, unheard of.
Oh,
And the access is phenomenal.
It's really good. Already I'm reaching that note, which I never do with an acoustic guitar. Something else I don't know if you can pick up on the camera because it's probably really difficult, but I love a guitar when you play a note, the note is still ringing after you've left it and you've moved on, and it's still there. Like a piano, like when you play a piano, you get those notes that carry on with the sustain.
That's the sign of a good guitar.
Those other notes just... Hear that? I don't know if you can pick that up.
It could also be the Martin strings. It could be the Martin strings.
Could be the Martin strings.
But, you know.
Let's just play like I normally play with this more chuggy stuff.
The other thing you notice
the dynamics
is the dynamics.
Yeah,
you know,
really good.
You know, a lot of Martins sometimes have been criticised, especially in the smaller body shape.
Yeah.
For basically, you know, they do a highly compressed, good, aggressive strumming sound, but in the dynamic stuff, they don't shine as much.
Wow.
But this is again
Definitely really cool. And I see there's a different design going on. There's a cross design in the back of the strut.
Yeah.
The cross, that's it. So I don't know anything about guitars.
Yeah.
Which is why I've got Rob here, because he knows about this stuff. And
I geek out on this stuff.
I just go, guitar, nice. And when there's something wrong with it, I don't know.
And we fix it.
I can adjust truss rods and do little adjustments. I'm pretty good at that, but else.
We're the local guitar store he talks about in the videos.
Yeah, that's right.
You know,
Yeah,
take it to your local guitar store and they fix the stuff.
that's right. And the inlays I'm looking at, are they blue? Are they blue?
That one is.
That one is. Is there a blue in there?
Yeah, no, there's definitely a blue in there. Yeah, yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. And then also in the binding as well.
Yeah, I thought there was blue in the binding. I wasn't sure if it was the lighting or if it was just.
It's absolutely beautiful, you know.
And there's blue in the inlay. Just that one there.
Yes.
It's really cool.
It's on the 12th.
So even that little sort of. So the real attention to detail is pretty crazy.
I feel like this is a guitar that people have been crying out for Martin for a very long time. And it makes you play differently, right?
Definitely.
Every guitar makes you play a certain way.
Yeah.
That doesn't make you play like a standard Martin would.
Rob, what sort of price are you looking at for this delicious Martin?
So US 1899.
Yep.
New Zealand, it's kind of around the 3 mark because of
So you just kind of double it pretty much.
Well,
Close to double it.
I wish I lived in the US sometimes.
I know, you can do US dollar.
That's good.
But so that's really reasonable. And
Yeah.
for a standard Martin, you're looking at what US, more like $2,000 US, 2.5.
Yeah, something like that for a not as interesting, more traditional. I'd say
Traditional.
I'd say not as interesting, but maybe more traditional.
Sure. But this is going to appeal to a totally different market.
Yes.
That wouldn't necessarily look me.
Yeah.
It's because I'm not a Martin
Yeah.
guy. I'm going to go
Yeah.
now. I actually like one of the Martin guitars.
Exactly.
And-
It's a Martin for electric players.
Yeah.
And it's also, I would say, actually, a Martin for people who are starting out, who actually have some money that they want to put into a decent guitar.
Wow.
I think it's a guitar because it's a guitar that makes you want to play.
Yeah.
And it's a guitar that's actually easy to play. The body's not big, the neck feels great. So those things aren't going to impede you if you're starting out.
I feel like it's kind of like I like Lexus cars right now,
Yes.
right? I'm a bit obsessed with Lexus, but being a Jag guy and that sort of thing, it feels like this is their Lexus. Like,
Yes.
they've done all the extra stuff is hidden away, but when you jump inside and drive the car, you feel like everything's pretty like it's beautiful. You can tell it's different, but it's still the same. You don't have to go and relearn how to drive this thing and go, oh, the switch is not there, it's over here now, and that button's not there, and it does this weird thing I've got to get used to. It still feels just the same. If not anything, it's more intuitive because they've thought about things before you've had to worry about them, which is another thing that they do really well.
Yeah.
So when you get there, you go, oh, that's a pleasant surprise, like reaching the higher notes, like the way the neck glides away, the fact the tune is just little things
when
like that.
When I first got it, it was basically, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Tuner, oh, that makes sense. Oh, the neck, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then being able to adjust the neck, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Just all these things, and the way they've rounded off slightly at the back there, so it's more comfortable for you to have your arm over and all these kind of things.
Yeah.
It's like all these kind of things. It's like tick the box, tick the box.
Yeah, it's like when you go for a meal and the waiter
Yeah.
has everything before you even think about it. They've already put that thing down and given you that glass of water and taken that plate away. And so that's kind of how I feel about this. So, hey man, thank you so much, bro. High five.
Sweet, high five. You can obviously just take it out of the store
And just
because we trust you. I don't know why we trust, but we do.
You potentially have sold a few guitars thanks to Mark the Guitar Guy playing those guitars.
My sales tactics basically is, hey, Mark, have you tried this? Because I know things that he will like. I know what he will like,
Yeah,
and I just go, hey, Mark, just try this.
Knowing full well.
And he has a little plate, and then he just looks up at me and goes, oh,
yeah.
And then that's pretty much it. So
It's the uh-oh.
it's good.
Uh-oh
is good for everybody.
Yeah, that's right. And no one's ever regretted buying quality. This is the case. This is the extra bit, right? I didn't even think about, but it's like, who cares about the case, right? But this is pretty nice. It's a lightweight case, like super lightweight case, but still feels firm and kind of looks good. But apparently, pretty cool to get inside behind the zip. And to put this bad boy away, take it home, get it ready. Ooh, that's very sexy. That's kind of cool. It matches the blue on the